in solid state topic, let us move to the next aspect, that is packing efficiency. And we have learned that in solids, the constituent particles are considered to be hard spheres. And these constituent particles will not occupy the entire space. Some portion of the space is only occupied by the particles and rest is in the form of a gap, or we can say that it is a void. You can see here in any unit cell, here the particles are there. In this you can see the particles, constituent particles are regularly arranged, and in between there some space is there, some gap. So now calculate how much space is occupied by the particles and express it in percentage, that is known as packing efficiency. So we can define packing efficiency as the percentage of the total space. The percentage of the total space occupied by the particles is known as packing efficiency. That means packing efficiency is the percentage of the total space. The percentage of the total space occupied by the particles is called as packing efficiency. Today we will discuss the packing efficiency in three different cases. The first one in a simple cube or in a primitive unit cell. Okay. The first case, the packing efficiency in a simple cubic lattice or primitive unit cell. Simple cubic or primitive unit cell means the constituent particles are located only at the corners. Then consider a simple unit cell or primitive unit cell. In primitive or simple cubic unit cell, the particles are located only at the corners. Therefore, they are in touch with each other along the edge length. Here, let us consider the edge length as A. The edge length as A, that means this is a height, length and breadth, everything is A. And the radius of each sphere, let it be R. This length, it should be R. Now, let us write here in primitive unit cell. In primitive unit cell, the constituent particles are in contact with one another along the edge length. Here I have considered only two spheres like this. Or you can consider the particles here, one particle here and one more particle here. That means they are in contact with one another. I have considered these two particles and they are in contact with one another along the edge length. Let the small a be the edge length. A be the edge length of the unit cell. R be the radius of each sphere. Now, this is A and here they are in contact with one another along the edge length. So, this radius is R and this is R. So, we can write A is equal to 2R. Therefore, we can write A is equal to 2R. Now, we have considered a cube. So, volume of a cube. Volume of unit cell. Here the unit cell is in the cubic form. So we can write volume of unit cell or cube. This is length into breadth into height. So this length, breadth and height is A. So A into A into A, this is equal to A cube. That means here A is what? A is 2R. So it is 2R cube. Now, in a primitive unit cell or simple unit cell, total number of particles is only one. Yet only one particle is there. Volume of one particle. Here particle is sphere. So volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. And we know that in the primitive unit cell, is there. That means total number of particles in simple cube or primitive unit cell is only 1. Therefore, the total volume occupied by the particles is 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Therefore, now we can write the packing efficiency formula. That is, packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by the particles divided by volume of unit cell. Therefore, substitute these values. Here, volume occupied by the particles is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of unit cell is 2r cube. This is 4 by 3 pi r cube into 1 by 2r cube means it is 8r cube into 100. So if you solve this r cube get cancels. 4 1s are 4 2s are. So it is pi by 6 into 100 means 52.36%, or it is approximately is equal to the packing efficiency in simple cube is it is a 52.4%. It means that only 52.4% of the space is occupied by the particles, and the rest, that is 47.6% of space is empty space, or it is in the form of void. And the second case is packing efficiency in face-centered cubic unit cell. FCC, face-centered cubic unit cell. FCC means here the particles are located at the corners and one particle at the center of each face. At the center of each face, one particle is there. That is a face-centered cubic unit cell. So in this type of arrangement, the particles are in contact with one another along the face diagonal. Here they are in touch with one another along the face diagonal. So this is the face diagonal. Here, no doubt, the particles are there at the corners. Here I will consider only these three particles. One particle at the corner, this is one particle at the corner, and this at the center of this space, one particle is there. So they are in contact with one another. So this is the center. In this case, so let A be the edge length. This is A, edge length. Edge length of the unit cell, and R, R be the radius of each sphere. Now let me join the centers of these three spheres, and let us call this as A, this as B, this as C, and D. Consider this face. If you observe this, so this is the front face and this is the side face. Here there are three spheres and they are in contact with one another. So in this, so this BD or DB be the face diagonal, and you see here its value is, this radius is R and this is 2R and this is R. Here it is R and this whole it is 2R and this is R. So it is R plus 2R plus R, it is 4R. So the length of BD, face diagonal, is 4R. Let us call it as X. X is equal to BD, face diagonal, and that value is 4R. Now consider one triangle, that is ABD. This is a right angled triangle. In triangle ABD, by applying the Pythagoras theorem, we can write AB square plus AD square is equal to DB square. So this BD means it is X square is equal to AB square. A square plus AD square, this is A square. What is X here? It is 4R. So A is equal to 4R by root 2. Okay, that is A is equal to 4R by root 2. Now, what about unit cell? It is length into height into breadth. That is A into A into A. That is A cube. What is A cube here? It is 4R by root 2 cube. Volume of one particle is 4 by 3 pi r cube. And you know that in the face-centered cubic unit cell, number of particles are 4. So total volume is 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Number of atoms in FCC. It is 4. Therefore, total volume occupied by the particles is it is 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now you substitute the values in packing efficiency formula. I will write packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by the particles divided by volume of unit cell into 100. So total volume occupied by the particles is this much. Volume of unit cell A is A cube, means it is 4R by root 2. Substitute. It is 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by A cube unit cell is 4R by root 2. Cube into 100. It is 74%. That means packing efficiency in face-centered cubic unit cell. Face-centered cubic unit cell is 74. That means the 74% of the total space is occupied by the particles in face-centered cubic unit cell, and rest is in the form of gap. You can see the gap here, empty space. So it is only 74% of the space is occupied by the particles. Let us consider the third is packing efficiency in body-centered cubic unit cell. Body-centered cubic unit cell means here the particles are located at the corners and one particle within the body. In this type of arrangement, the particles are in contact with one another along the body diagonal inside the body. That means here one particle is there, this particle and the center particle and this corner. They are in contact with one another. So if you join the centers of these three spheres, the sphere at this point and the sphere which is inside the body and this center, that is the body diagonal. Okay, here I have considered one body-centered cubic unit cell. One body, one sphere at the center of this body and one particle at this corner and this corner. If you join this, it is a body diagonal. The centers, I have joined the centers of these spheres and this, that is, and I have named this as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. So this GC represents the body and the length, as usual, the length of edge length, that means the edge length be A. So before that, in this type of arrangement, you need to write, in this type of arrangement, the particles are in touch with one another along the body diagonal. So let this A be the edge length and R be the radius of each sphere. This is R and this GC represents the body diagonal. And one more thing I have joined here, I will join this HC. So this represents the face diagonal. So X, this face diagonal be X, that is X. What is X here? It is the face diagonal. Here it is HC represents, that is the below one. That is HC. X be the face diagonal and this Y be the body diagonal. What is body diagonal here? It is a GC. Now consider this triangle GHC. In triangle GHC, this GC square is equal to GH square plus HC square. So GC square HC square. GC square is equal to GH or HG square and HC square. Let us call this as equation 1. And now consider this triangle, that is BHC, because we don't know HC value. We know this body diagonal as R plus 2R plus R, that is 4R, and this edge length is A. So we can write A square, but we don't know the value of HC square. That's why let us consider this triangle, that is BHC. By applying Pythagoras theorem, this HC square, so HC square, this is equal to BH square plus BC square. So HC square, in place of HC, let us write that. So this, let us call it as 2. So substituting equation 2 in 1, we can write GC square is equal to HG square plus, in place of HC square, so this is BH square plus BC square. Okay, GC square, here GC square, that means it is body diagonal, this is R and this is 2R and this is R, that is 4R. Here it is, GC is, or you can write here only 4R. 4R square is equal to HG. HG, it is edge length, BH, it is also edge length, and BC, it is also edge length. So all they are A. So it is A square plus A square, A square. Okay, what is GC here? It is a body diagonal. 4R square is equal to A square plus A square plus A square. So it is 16R square is equal to 3A square. So A square is equal to 16R square by 3. This implies A is equal to, it is 4R by root 3. 4R by root 3. In the previous case, that is in FCC, we got A is equal to 4R by root 2, because in numerical problems we need this equation. A is, in case of BCC, edge length A is 4r by root 3. In FCC, it is 4r by root 2. Now, volume of unit cell. What is A here? 4r by root 3. And we know that in BCC, number of particles are 2. So, total number of particles or volume of one sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of one sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. And total number of particles in BCC are 2. So, what is the total volume? Total volume occupied by the particles is number of particles into volume of each particle. Okay, so 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now substitute these values in the packing efficiency formula. We have packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by the particles is, it is A cube. Volume occupied by the particles is, it is 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. 2 into volume of unit cell, it is A cube. What is A here? A is 4r by root 3 into 100. So it is 8 by 3 pi r cube, and it goes to numerator. It is 3 root 3 cube. So it is 64 r cube. This r cube get cancels. So if you solve this, that is 68%. What does it indicate? It indicates that 68% of the total space is occupied by the particles in body-centered cubic unit cell, and the rest is empty space. Only 68% of the space is occupied by the particles. Okay, so far we have discussed the packing efficiency in 3 different cases. The first, in primitive cubic unit cell, the packing efficiency is 52.4%, and in FCC it is 74%, and in the last case, that is in BCC, body centered cubic unit cell, it is 68%. In primitive unit cell, it is 52.4. In the face centered unit cell, it is 74%, and in body centered cubic unit cell, it is 68%. So by observing these 3 cases, we can say that the packing efficiency is maximum in